Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
The following program's views, claims, or ideas may not reflect those of WSRR Radio or StylesRebelRadio.com.
In the Steel City, where the rivers align, Lucas and Dom crossing the battle line. Weekday mornings, it's a sportscast scene behind enemy lines in the heart of the dream. Every play discussed, every game analyzed. Cleveland's pride seen through Pittsburgh eyes. Behind enemy lines, where the passion ignites. Cleveland and Pittsburgh battling in sights. Lucas and Dom rise with the sun. Every morning at 10, let the games be fun. Tune into the waves, feel the thrill unfold. Behind enemy lines, stories to be told.
Welcome to your Friday morning drive to survive. It's the 10 o'clock block here on WSRR Radio, and this is Behind Enemy Lines, your Cleveland sports talk show from Pittsburgh. I'm Lucas Strazio, joined as always by Dom Farrow. It is November 18th. I almost said August. Just threw it right back to 3 months ago.
It's tough right now.
It is November 18th. That we are recording on. This is coming out on November 21st, Friday morning at 10 o'clock on WSRR Radio, and only on WSRR Radio. Nationally local, meaning we play your local bands from coast to coast, a national scale. And Dom, the Steelers, are they on a national scale right now to the fact where they can affect the nation and maybe make something happen? Big win in the division this week against the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's right.
Joe Flacco couldn't get it done the second time around against the Steelers, but big loss possibly in this one. Aaron Rodgers breaks his wrist, non-throwing wrist.
It's tough. Mason Rudolph looked pretty good, but right now you say, are they on that national stage? Right now, they're looking good in the playoff picture. Still first in the AFC North, but the Ravens right behind them. I think
hot on their tails.
The biggest thing that happened outside the Steelers' control this week was the Chiefs. The Chiefs losing again to the Broncos. Chiefs right now outside the playoffs looking in.
Wow.
That's pretty big. So we need these guys to keep dropping that are kind of in the mix. Steelers with another win.
You're worried about winning the division now? You think you won't win the division?
Certainly. I've been worried about that.
Yeah?
I've been worried about that since about 2-3 weeks ago.
So Ravens are at 5-5. What Steelers are
6-4.
6-4.
Yeah, scary.
Oh man,
it's getting tight, and you got to play the Ravens twice still. So it's going to be very interesting.
And you got to play the Browns again.
There are a lot of really interesting games coming up for the Steelers.
Hold on. What if Week 18 Mason Rudolph's starting against the Browns? And Myles Garrett's on the other side.
Week 18, the Steelers play the Ravens, and that could be.
Oh, I thought they played the Browns last game of the year. When did those?
They play the Browns December 28th, Week 17.
Oh, okay. I thought Week 18 was Cleveland.
In Cleveland, that is going to be a big one. They could play spoiler to the Steelers season,
Mason
but I
Rudolph
think
might get his head hit by a helmet again.
I think by that time, Aaron Rodgers will be back.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers, he did fracture his left wrist. Apparently, he's not going to need a surgery. And that he's pushing to play this Sunday against the Bears.
Which is insane. It
is insane. I don't think there's any way. I think it's Mason Rudolph's time, and that doesn't scare me too much.
I will say, if Aaron Rodgers plays against the Bears this Sunday, I mentioned this to you quickly before we started recording. You might again, I don't want to be a gambling podcast, but you might want to look at the overs on Aaron Rodgers' numbers because he's going to be off the heavy painkillers.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
When Perk Rodgers comes out, it's dangerous. It's dangerous
different
to see. It's totally different.
He slings it. He has no fear. I think the last couple weeks he's been getting banged up. Obviously he broke his wrist, so he probably isn't feeling comfortable right now.
No.
His offensive line has been looking great. The running game is pretty much non-existent. Jalen Warren, it looks like he's going to miss some time. But the Steelers open up as 3-point underdogs against the Bears. I know it's in Chicago, but I don't get that right now.
Do you think that line changes, though, if Aaron Rodgers is a sure thing to play?
Probably. It might flip in the Steelers' way.
I would assume it would.
But in
Also,
my mind, it doesn't change anything between Aaron Rodgers and Mason Rudolph. There's no difference there.
You think Mason can
think
play
the
as well as
outcomes
Aid has?
Yeah. I think he could even play better than
it's-
Rodgers played the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. The last 2 weeks he hasn't looked great. It's hilarious though how Steelers fans
Come on.
you guys
I
are
knew
so up and down.
I knew you were going to say
4 weeks ago he was like, why isn't Aaron Rodgers an MVP candidate? Like why can't
should
Aaron
have been
Rodgers be
then.
an MVP candidate? And then now you go
I mean,
Mason Rudolph is not a drop off.
last 2 weeks ago, or
He is a
against
bum.
the Chargers, he looked really bad.
Yeah.
Like, it was the worst game that he's had as a Steeler, one of the worst of his career.
The way I knew he looked really bad was I sometimes open at this coffee shop down the street. I think I've said that on this show
Mhm.
before, but sometimes I'll part-time as a barista. We got this one guy who comes in every day when I'm there and just gets a plain cup of coffee, sits in the corner, drinks it, like gets a to-go cup, drinks it, gets a refill, and then leaves. So he's there for like 10 minutes.
Just read the paper.
And sometimes reads the paper, sometimes looks at his phone, but a lot of times he's like a true yinzer. He'll talk to me about about sports, like whatever it is. Comes in that day. Man, Steelers looked really bad last night. That was tough watching. I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, it must have been rough. I didn't watch it.
Is he usually
I got
pretty
his
optimistic?
endorsement.
He's usually feeling good.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's excited about the Pens. He's excited
Nice.
about the Steelers. But yeah, he came in and he was like, oh man, I don't know now.
Tell you what, if you see him in the near future, he's probably gonna be excited about the Pirates. The
Yeah.
Pirates are making moves right now.
Oh God.
Apparently, they offered Josh Naylor, former Cleveland Guardian, hits bombs. They offered him like $80 million, which is like insane for the
He's
Pirates.
not even that good.
He's decent. He looked good with the Mariners.
He did look better this year, but he had moments in Cleveland where I did not think he was good.
I thought he was an interesting player to like really go after.
Yeah, really.
But it shows that they're willing to spend money, which is good. And
Yeah.
now the rumor on the street is that they're going after Kyle Schwarber,
Oh yeah.
which would be massive.
Woo.
Change things for
Pirates
the, for
are
the
changing
team.
the culture. Huh?
And that's our baseball segment. Back
That's
to
our ba-
football.
That's our baseball segment for the year. So this week though, Steelers playing the Bears. This is
Yeah.
a team that you've liked over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I've always
and now
had
all
them.
of a sudden, what did you say before this show? I'm not worried about the Bears.
I mean,
That's been your team this year though a little bit. That's kind of been. I feel like every year you kind of have a secondary team where you're like, I really like them.
Yeah.
Something about them this year like won me
someone's
over.
got me feeling nicey. With
That's
this
kind of the
team.
Bears for you this year, huh?
It has been, but I know that the Bears don't have everything together. Things aren't clicking. Like I mentioned earlier, there's no difference between Mason Rudolph and Aaron Rodgers on this team. I think the offense will function the exact same. But the biggest thing here is the defense. I don't think Caleb Williams is built to handle these types of defenses. You've seen him go against the Vikings this year. They've been close games, but overall, he's not getting it done, especially with a competent offense on the other side.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They've pulled out some games this year that like are classic Bears choker losses. Like where I feel like there's so many games in the past, a couple of years where the Bears like just find a way to lose. Like last year with the Commanders and the Hail Mary. It's happened in so many games. The double doink, just like moving back in Bears history over the last 20 years. It's been like they find ways to lose. This year, they're finding ways to win. They beat the Vikings last week on a walk-off field goal. They beat the Bengals in a very high-scoring, close game where they won in dramatic fashion. They had another one earlier. This is like a total culture shift for them with Ben Johnson. I think it's like a really good sign that they're still winning in ugly games. Like they're finding a way to win. Do you think this has anything to do with that change in culture? Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that the Pope is from Chicago and has said that his Bears are his favorite NFL team?
Really? He
It
said
seems
that.
like they have
it has to be.
some divine intervention this year.
We said the White Sox are his favorite baseball team, and they still stink.
Yeah, but he
gotta give it
came
some
in.
time.
I almost said into office. He got whatever ordained in the middle of their season. It was
I
too
don't
late
even know
to
what the
make the
word
change.
is. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna guess.
What?
I was
Pundits?
I thought it was a word for getting pontificated.
Ordained.
Is that the word?
Oh, maybe pontificated.
Is that right?
Sounds good. I don't
Sounds
know.
like something.
I liked it. But yeah, they got
But
something magic going.
The Bears do
you
have
think-
something going, but like you said, it's not the Pope, it's Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
He's got this offense looking right.
They won
And that,
They only scored 17 points last week.
like I said, tough defense with the Vikings. Like
That
it's
is
gonna
true.
be close.
That is true.
But I said the Vikings, but with a competent offense. I think the Steelers have that competent offense. I don't think it's anything remarkable. I don't think it's spectacular, but I do think it's a lot better than what they have going on in Minnesota right now. Not a fan of J.J. McCarthy. I do think Mason Rudolph will outperform what he did in this past performance.
You're not a fan of 9?
Not a fan of 9. I know you are. I know you're high
actually
on 9.
really not.
You're high on the ultra ego.
I'm not sure.
Mr.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
I'm high on how stupid it is, but
Let the people know about that one.
J.J. McCarthy, what? Let them know? You don't think they'll know?
No, about him going by 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them know. 'Cause I wasn't
so
aware of
J.J.
this one.
McCarthy, yeah, Dom wasn't aware of this. I think it was the game before this past week when they played the Bears. It was whoever they played before that. I saw the sideline reporter was interviewing J.J. McCarthy, or had an interview with J.J. McCarthy about his post-game interview the week before that I hadn't seen until after the game, or like really in this last week I saw it. Apparently they asked him something about like an alter ego, and the sideline reporter is like, yeah, he calls him 9. And on the field, this alter ego, he's a guy who's angry and he wants to win and he's very driven and he lets anger fuel him. And then she was like, but that's not really true of J.J. McCarthy off the field. When he's not that alter ego, he's really a mindful, easy-headed, level-headed guy. And they were like, but this superhero ability for him to switch characters. And it was so stupid that everyone's now making fun of him on TikTok and Twitter.
The sideline reports in the NFL are rough.
Yeah.
They're tough. Sometimes I think they really stretch things. Like, I don't know if I
stretch
fully
the narrative
believe that.
a little bit.
Yeah. I hope
No,
he's
well,
not
then there
really
was
gonna-
an interview, and you
Oh,
saw
really?
him say something kind of about it. And then I think they asked him, and he kind of had these things to say. But I think a lot of people are taking that and really blaming him for it a little bit. They're saying nine's highlight tape, and then it's his like 4 picks over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Real rough against the Bears. 16-32, 150 passing yards, touchdown, and 2 interceptions.
He did, to his
Just can't
credit,
get-
he
can't
made
get
it
the
close
offense working.
at the end of the game, which again I feel like he did that earlier in the year against the Bears, which is actually why I thought the Bears might lose this one. Where his first start, he looked pretty bad, like for a good amount of time, and then like they just kind of stayed in it. And at the end of the game, he made it really close. Like he gave them the lead in this one. They won the game in week 1. This time it wasn't enough to hold on, but
Yeah. I think that was another game where
he's
he
kind of
had
got that Kenny Pickett rookie year in Pittsburgh.
100%. Like
vibe.
another game less than 150 passing yards. When the moments are there, like J.J. McCarthy, I think you can trust on him to capitalize. Good field position, he's going to get 3 points. Like he's not going
Yeah.
to do anything crazy.
Well, I think with Kevin O'Connell, yeah. Like I think that
Yeah.
offense is kind of built for something. Like that.
like getting into that type of situation is always good for a young quarterback. Same thing with Kenny Pickett. Like there are going to be times where he's going to look good, but overall it's because of the system. I don't think the player. I'm pretty much out on J.J. McCarthy. at
Yeah,
this
I'm
point.
not a huge fan of him. I think that, like I said to you before, like I think that because of his pomp and circumstance, somewhat like his recruiting, you're almost seeing like a recruiting thing where like he came out of high school high, he went to IMG, then he went to Michigan. Always has been surrounded by really, really good talent. They won a national championship in Michigan, and like because of those like ratings, I feel like they're gonna give him at least one more full year to start.
Yeah, I can see 2.
And I could see 2, but I don't know if he actually deserves it. That'll be.
It's tough.
It'll be remain to be seen.
Thing for him is like losing that first year to the injury, I think hurt.
Oh yeah,
Because you saw a little bit of pieces that they wanted to put around him and how that offense still kind of worked. And now he's getting in here. It's not anything better this season. So I think the Vikings, it might be tough, but like if Daniel Jones, if he got like 5-6 years with the Giants, I think he's got a season, probably 2 with the Vikings.
Now you also said this. I said I think O'Connell kind of likes him, and I think the coaching staff likes him. You did bring up they kind of forced Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I mean
in front like for a little bit there.
That last
for a
game
good
that
stretch of the season.
Wentz played in, I forget who it was against, but he was clearly really banged up at
Yeah.
a certain point. They kept on making him play. You had options on the bench. Like at that point, JJ McCarthy was, I mean, you could argue that he was healthy at that point.
I think they didn't want to put him in, though, at the end of that game when he was healthy and make it look like they benched him. They wanted to make it look like he was still. Like,
Yeah.
We're not playing him because he's
Well,
hurt.
he was still like listed as injured, so I don't think there's any way.
But he was dressed.
Oh, was he in that
which
game?
Is also interesting.
That is.
But
big.
yeah, no, that's what I mean, too. Like, they wouldn't list him as active
Yeah.
because they didn't want to make him look bad.
Yeah. And they got to protect their guys.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about JJ McCarthy. I don't think he's going to make it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Is he
Sometimes
the,
you just know with the guy that they aren't it. It's same thing with, it reminds me of like Zach Wilson.
Is he going to end up being the worst one out of that draft class? Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy. Was there one other Penix?
Yeah.
Those are the five
First rounders?
right? Was he a first rounder? JJ? I think
don't-
so.
Late. Like the real late, maybe.
Is there another first rounder that we're missing?
I don't think so. But
Is there
I think
another
there are
starter
definitely other
somewhere?
quarterbacks. Spencer Rattler in that class, or
Yeah, I think Rattler was in that class, yeah. But of those five first rounders, he's definitely the worst, right? Or is,
I don't know if the verdict's out on Penix yet.
I was going to say, that's the other thing. Could it be him?
Could be. It could be. But Falcons are a team that also got me feeling kind of nicey week in, week off. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Bijan.
like this team's got something. It is all Bijan.
It really is.
But I do like Drake London.
And yeah, I think that once they, like any game where they start getting Bijan involved and like it's working, because he has had games. I know this mostly because my fiance has him on her fantasy team. And sometimes she'll be like, Bijan Robinson got me 6 points. What the hell? Which he has the last couple weeks. He hasn't been good.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
he's
this
been
week-
good, but he
this
doesn't
week
get the
we were
goal
tr-
line touches.
We were driving around in Florida and she goes, oh my God, Bijan has 30 points. He's so back. And I was like, okay, Kelly.
Now she gets it.
All right, I
Now
see you.
She's got it.
Yeah.
But Penix was like, he was dialed in this game. They did lose against the Panthers this week in overtime, but he was 13 for 16 passing. I don't know if the offense just isn't trusting him. But
I mean, he is
He's
still.
been,
Well,
like,
he
doing
left
it.
this game. Cousins finished this game
that is correct.
too.
That
So
is right.
he's been a little banged up too.
That's true.
But yeah, Cousins has looked pretty.
Bryce
bad,
Young,
huh?
though, had himself a day. I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
franchise record for passing yards in a game.
yeah, 448, 3 tuds. Is this a breakout game for the guy? Him and Tet McMillan, they found something. 8 catches for Tet, 130 yards, 2 tuds.
I think I might be wrong about Tet.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really don't want to
Yeah,
admit
now
it,
you know.
but I think I was totally wrong
He's
about Tet.
different. Like it's just like the perfect wide receiver build.
You know, they said last game that he doesn't like to be called Tet.
Really,
He likes to go by
T-Mac.
Tetaroa or T. He goes T-Mac's okay, but I like to go by Tetaroa.
you don't like Tet. I might have to change that because I respect him. I've
Yeah.
always respected him since day one.
I'll tell you what.
I traded
When
up in
I
Dynasty
heard it
to
in
get
the
him.
off season, like it made me gain a little bit of respect for it more. But I was kind of like, But when they said like, yeah, he was a volleyball player in high school, and like he was like a very, very good volleyball player. At first, I was kind of like, like I could see that helping a little bit, but like we'll see how like really physical he is. He goes up and he's a physical,
Yeah.
and he knows how to use his body in a very good way, but also protect himself.
Yeah.
I really do like him a lot.
But the thing with him, like he's got that physicality, but he doesn't just rely on that.
No.
Like he gets separation a lot. I think he's a special wide receiver.
He's got good hands,
Really
and his
do.
catch radius is really good. I like how he reminds me a little bit of Mike Evans,
Mm.
like how he's lanky,
Yeah.
and like he really is a really good hands catcher. He
Yeah.
catches the ball outside of his body and in front of his face and away from defenders very well as a rookie, which is a tough thing to know how to do, and
Yeah.
and it's a tough thing to learn too. But like he just has that.
He's a true pro.
Yeah, I think so.
He was built for the league. That was my selling point all year. I said I'm trading up in Dynasty to get him. We got to get Tet. We got him. The team stinks, but
I might have to trade
got
for him. I don't know who has him, but I might have to go after the boy.
people were trying to trade for him in my league. I said no way. So you can get anybody except Jaden Daniels or Tet McMillan. Tetaroa, I mean. Apologies.
Yeah, come on.
I was even
Respect
willing to
the
trade
boy.
Justin Jefferson. But I think we're back. We might be we were selling at the deadline, but after this week, things flip quick. We
Nah.
might be in the hunt.
I was close to being worried, but we dropped last week in a really poor performance. But we won this week. I think we're 7-5 now. Is that right? No, that's not the 6-5.
All right. You
Is
make
that
some
right?
work.
We're 7-4 now. Never mind.
Whoa.
We're looking good, but the big reason for it, Christian McCaffrey. That guy's still doing it, man.
Yeah.
He's had like 3 touchdowns
Sneaky.
this one.
Sneaky. Because he doesn't look great on tape. I don't think.
You don't think?
Times. Like the first
they
half,
still
he
give him a
usually looked
lot of
good.
touches, and they use him in the pass game so much.
They do. Having Brock Purdy back, I think, helps that team a lot. They look really good.
Kittle looked really good in this one too.
Yep.
But how about let's give a quick shout out Jacoby Brissett. What was it? 46 completions, franchise
47, yeah.
47?
NFL record.
NFL record for
Yeah.
completions in a game.
In a
Jacoby
loss,
Brissett.
Tough loss.
Was it record for passes in a loss or just
No,
are you
just
saying they
pass,
did
but they did
lose?
lose.
Yeah, it was a big loss. But maybe they were right to start him over Kyler, which is crazy. Where do
Seems
you think
like it.
Kyler's probably on his way out? It'll be interesting to see where he goes next year. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit
Steelers?
in the second segment of Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio. Stick with us through the break.
Hi, this is Melissa,
And hey, it's Matt.
coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
I'm Lucas Durazio from WSRR's Behind Enemy Lines, the Cleveland sports talk show from Pittsburgh. Living in Pittsburgh, I've gotten to familiarize myself with a lot of hardworking, locally owned brands. And I'm here to talk about one of the best in not only Pittsburgh, but the nation in Hellbender Vinyl. With Christmas right around the corner, I know some of our local bands and artists are looking for that special holiday release this season. Maybe a limited holiday album run on red and green vinyl? Whatever the occasion, Hellbender Vinyl has got you covered. Hellbender is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant and is one of America's most trusted. With a wide variety of colors and designs, Hellbender Vinyl is second to none when it comes to making your next album release something special. Visit hellbendervinyl.com today to get started. And don't forget, all customers receive 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com. We're back here on WSRR Radio on Behind Enemy Lines, proudly brought to you by our partners at YourBuddiesGarage.com. Your Buddies Garage sells a selection of salvage, used, and scrapped auto parts and accessories, perfect for a quick fix or a first stop before the shop. Before you pay a pro, see what your buddies got at YourBuddiesGarage.com. Dom, the Browns suffered a loss this week, and once again, Myles Garrett shined in an effort that came up short of beating a divisional rival. Myles Garrett, 4 sacks in this game. He has had, 10.5 sacks over the last 3 games?
I think 9.
9.5. He had 5 against the Patriots.
No,
He
10
had
over the last
4
3.
in this one, and he had 1.5 against the Jets. Absolutely insane. Right now, he is on pace to pass the NFL record in single season sacks. The number right now is set at 22.5 by J.J. Watt and
No, T.J. Watt.
was it T.J. Watt?
T.J. Watt and Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan
And
one
T.J.
of the
Watt
Watts.
should have the record, but that's
One of
that's
the
argument for
Watts,
another
it doesn't
day.
really matter. Right now, he's set to he's on pace for 15.5.
No, 25
25
and a half.
Excuse me. He has 15. He's set for 25.5, which would break the record by 3 sacks. We'll see if he can keep it
Yeah,
up.
it's going to be tough because the 5 sack and the 4 sack performance,
Yeah,
those
that
are kind of
obviously
like
changes up his pace. a little
career performances for
bit.
him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to. It's
had-
going to be real close.
He's
to him
had
breaking
over
the
half
record.
his sacks in the last.
He's definitely not getting to 25, but he could get to 23. I could see it. It's going to be close.
It's going to be really hard because these games are meaningless.
Yeah.
So he's kind of just going to be like playing just for getting sacks.
Which is big though, because like T.J. Watt in his season where he was chasing the record, that team was good. They were in the playoff hunt. There's
Yeah, but the other
Myles
thing
Garrett,
is,
the only thing he
too-
really has to focus on is getting sacks now.
The other thing too is though that as the season goes on and everyone else is playing for less and less, the defense is going to be worse and worse, and the offense isn't clearly getting better. So they're probably going to be getting. I would say they're going to be playing from behind more and more, which means less pass snaps, pass rush snaps.
That's possible.
Unless this defense can really keep the pace up, because right now they look awesome. They look like a top defense in the league that can keep themselves in games even with a god awful offense.
Yeah.
Because that's literally what they did in this.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing.
And
The
that's what
defense
they've
is
been-
solid.
Yeah, honestly, the amount of games that they've like been 1 or 2 scores in, the way their offenses look, they shouldn't be. They should be getting blown out.
Yeah, which is not a bad sign for this team, because if you flip a lot of these one-score games, this is a winning team. And I think, I said it before, I think this offense is not good, but I do think they're a few pieces away from being good. And
Yeah, they're 11 pieces away. I think they are.
I don't think they
need
are.
11 new guys on offense.
Quarterback is an issue. Shedeur Sanders did not look good in this game.
Not 11. I would actually, if you went through our starting 11, though, I would say Quinshon Judkins, Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, and
You mean Judy can still be in there.
Njoku and Fannin if you do a 2 tight end set. Other than those 5, we need 6 new guys on offense. The tackles stink. I don't think the center is very good. All of our receivers are pretty terrible right now.
Judy could be a wide receiver too. You get one good wide receiver in there. You draft offensive lineman or 2. I think this team is in a good situation. I don't know what wide receiver you go out and get, but I do think that changes things a lot.
You don't think Cedric Tillman can get it done? No, I don't either.
He hasn't looked great. He had that Jeremy Lin type run last season.
Shedeur Sanders making his debut in this one. He had the Jeremy Lin run because Jameis Winston was throwing to him. That's why.
That's right. Yeah, Jameis was letting everybody eat then.
Yeah, he was. He was feeding the boys. Shedeur Sanders makes his debut in this one. A pick, really bad stat line. Apparently the offensive line didn't know what his cadence sounded like. Did you hear that?
I did not.
Apparently there was some jumps and some disconnect. And I guess in the post-game presser, the offensive linemen, some of them were like, yeah, honestly, we kind of didn't know what his voice sounded like.
That's not great.
Or what his cadence sounded like.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I guess that somehow threw them off.
Seems like this team's never had an intention of making him their starting quarterback. So I don't know if I'd really blame.
I think it's because he sucks.
Or it's that he's just not, he doesn't care.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. One, I wouldn't doubt that he's kind of checked himself out, like, oh, I'm just not in the right situation, blah, 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 screw everyone else here. A little bit. I do think,
not helping.
I don't know.
himself,
I think
though.
if they haven't heard his voice, that shows he's not a very good leader and, very outgoing leader that you need at the quarterback position.
Which I think that's, the biggest critique against him.
Yeah.
He's talented enough, but he's got to be the worst leader of any quarterback in the NFL.
But that's the thing. I don't think he's talented enough either.
Well, he's
Another critique,
he's above average.
All the things that came out or that people were said about him in the draft came out in this one. He's a below average athlete. He's not as good of an athlete as he thinks he is. He holds the ball for too long.
Yeah.
His arm talent isn't as good as he maybe thinks it is either.
Can't make plays out of the pocket.
Yeah.
Really.
And that all came out. He had a couple throws where it was okay, maybe, and maybe with a full week of prep as a starter, which I really think they should just name him the starter and give him a full week of prep, and see how that goes. And maybe, that'll change. Being QB1 in a week of prep could really change, the trajectory of the team around him. But it just looked so bad, and it looks like there's no hope for really either of these guys to be the future QB1 of the franchise. At least.
Yeah, you know me. I'm still not out on Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah,
yet.
you're insane.
I don't know why. But I'm rooting for him.
It's because he's short and you like him.
He's a short king. The odds are against him. He's just not in a great situation. I think he could be decent somewhere. But right now it's not working.
I think he could be decent on a really, really good team that also has him in the right system. But it would never work in Cleveland. it just won't. It won't work for him. If he's ever a semi-successful player or has a semi-successful career, like even as a backup, it won't be here.
So what's the deal with Deshaun Watson? Is there any chance he plays this year?
They've said that his I guess the plan like all offseason was for him to be activated in late November, which is coming up. So I would probably say the last
So he might be playing some games.
5-6 games of the year.
That could be interesting. Could see if like
I don't see what it's going to do for us.
yeah, I don't know. But
There's
he's
no
still on the
point.
team next year.
At least you get to look to say like, is it really that he's so bad that we just need to eat the money? I really think that's what the last 4 games are going to be like. Is he so bad that we should just take the cut of $100 million?
There's no way he's going to look good playing 5 games in the last 2 years. There's no chance.
Yeah, no, but could he still like? I don't know.
Show
Does he
flashes?
look so? I almost think it's not even going to be like, does he look good? It's almost like, is he going to look so bad? Like
Probably.
all he has to do is be somewhat competent. I almost think they're just trying to get an excuse just to cut him and be like, let's just eat the money. Like they
Yeah.
almost want him to play and just be awful.
Probably
Like, I
would
think
be
that would
best case
probably
scenario
be the best thing for the entire situation.
for everybody because
Yeah.
I think Deshaun Watson wants to retire. I don't think he wants to be in the spotlight anymore.
I don't know.
You think he still wants to play in the NFL once his contract's over? Like why? What's
Somewhere
the point?
else?
You think?
I would hope. If I were him, I wouldn't want to be here.
No, I'm saying like why would he even want to be in the NFL?
Because I do think he loves
so
football,
much
and I
money.
do think he wants to win, and I do think he does care about the money to make more. But like, I do think he has that like inner striving to be great and like be a great football player, but
Yeah.
a historic player. But I do think mentally there's no way. I don't care what anyone says. There's no way that mentally he hasn't had the worst 3 years of his life in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like in 10, 15 years, he's going to look back at this period in his life
Well,
and be like,
I mean,
those
what
were
about
the
the
most
year
unhappy
two?
days of my life.
About the year 2 where he wasn't on a team.
Yeah, but I don't like. I think that stretch until
Yeah,
he
for
leaves
sure.
the Browns are going to be that.
Probably. The guy needs to get out for himself, for everybody. It's just never going to be good.
Yeah, I do. I think you just need to eat them. I
Cut
kind of
ties.
just think it's a full. I feel like Browns fans have been saying this for years, but it's a full like blow it up situation to where, at least on the offensive side. Again, I think the defense is good. I don't know if Stefanski should be fired yet. I still think that the offense is so bad that you can't even get a litmus test on if Stefanski's a good coach.
Yeah, but then how long do you wait for that? The things have changed. Like I know it's not on him; he's not the GM, but if it's a full blow up, I mean he's part of it.
I don't know, because I think the defense is good. I think you could blow up the offense and make it good enough in 1 year to win with this defense. If you just fully commit to saying we have a lot of draft capital, we have a good couple of rookies here in running backs and tight ends, like we have 2 good position groups, like whatever, just get a quarterback that can make it work. Like we kind of talked about this before the show, like maybe even Kyler Murray next year, like just someone who can possibly score 20 points a game. If even that might be like asking a lot.
I
But,
don't
like,
think
this
that's
defense,
enough.
I think if you have these same pieces, like you have young pieces in Mason Graham and Carson Schlesinger, I think you need like 1 or 2 more really good picks in the draft next year. Where Martin Emerson, their number 2 cornerback, really tore his Achilles in the preseason, hasn't played all year. Denzel Ward, still a very, very, very good corner. I think the new guy that they got from Jacksonville is all right, and he's young, and he's signed through 2028. I think they have enough pieces to bring back pretty much, like Grant Delpit still too has also looked really good. I think they have enough pieces to bring back the same defense, if not a better one. If they like go get a free safety to replace Ronnie Hicks, I think he sucks, or Ronnie Hickman. There's pieces there where they could blow up the offense and have a chance next year. But you just have to fully commit to being like, we need new stuff.
Yeah, And I mean, like you mentioned the draft, I think that's the biggest thing. And I think there is like some hope in that aspect. There haven't been a ton of missed picks
No,
in the last couple years.
This was their best draft in 20 years, probably. Maybe. I shouldn't say that. There was like the Baker Denzel draft was pretty good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that they did great this year, but
I think they're still moving in the right direction. It might not be as fast as Cleveland fans want, but I think overall the trajectory is good. There's a lot of ups and downs overall, but I think I do think this team's going to be in a spot in a few years.
I think they've been at rock bottom now for a year or two, to where it's like the only place that goes up.
Yeah. Well, it feels like rock bottom because there was that brief period where you saw some light, like, oh, we won a playoff game.
No, I think the last two years are rock bottom. I don't think it can get worse. I think it the same way when we went 1-15 and then 0-16, like that was obviously rock bottom.
Yeah.
The only place we'd go from there was up. We did, and then we kind of blew it while we were
But
up
they were
there.
so
now we have another chance to do an upswing.
The team was so bad that like you couldn't care. Like it's kind of like the like Pirates were and kind of are, like they're just, you know that there's not really a chance, so why pay attention? With the Browns, like you know that this team is decent enough where they're going to be competitive every single week. That's why I think it hurts even more, because like the results are kind of the same, but you know that the team is better.
Yeah,
it's closer. There's something to watch.
It's just
something to care about with
in
this
the
team.
NFL. It's just because of the parity. There's always a chance.
Yeah,
but
it is
at
different.
this point in the season. There's not the one saving grace, like we talked about, is Myles Garrett. And you asked me a question or had an opinion before the show. Myles Garrett is now better than T.J. Watt. You said
at this current moment,
but at T.J. Watt's prime, which was probably a couple years ago, you think he was better than Myles Garrett. I don't know if I can agree with you. I think the only way I can agree with you to say that is to say that right now Myles Garrett's better than T.J. Watt ever was.
It's hard to say that because
like when was T.J. Watt's prime? 2 years ago?
2-3 years ago, yeah.
Myles Garrett was doing the same stuff he is now, pretty much.
T.J. Watt was winning games for the Steelers, though.
Yeah, but they have a real team on the other side of the football.
Yeah, but like that means something.
And they had a real team around him too. Like the Browns' defense is really good this year, but
that means something when what you do impacts the result of the game. Like Myles Garrett can have 5 sacks, and it's remarkable, but they still lost by multiple scores in that game.
That doesn't mean that's not his fault.
It's like
they suck. They scored 16 points and 7 of them were
how am I
going to
call someone better when like they do all this and then at the end of the day
their offense scored 9 points, Tom.
But the moments matter. It's like renegade plays and then TJ Watt gets the strip sack. That means something. Legacy plays mean something. Myles Garrett has no legacy plays. He's got legacy stats.
He does too.
What legacy plays?
He had this one strip. See, you just don't. I don't remember really any legacy TJ Watt plays. It's just because you're a Steelers fan. Steelers legacy.
I can't think of anything like off the top of my head
that TJ Watt has done.
I mean,
so you just made that up. He doesn't have legacy plays. Myles Garrett had a strip sack against the Ravens where he stripped the ball, then picked it up, and then went and scored. He had the block field goal against the Colts where he jumped the line, and they. Again, at the end of the half, then they won that game because he had a strip sack in the end zone. He had the blocked field goal against the Eagles in a game where they obviously lost, but it was right before the half. He blocked it. They picked it up, scored a touchdown. It's like he's doing as much as he can. The team sucks.
Myles Garrett's biggest legacy play was when he attempted murder on Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
That was a legacy play.
Yeah, I would say so. That had a huge impact on the game. It got Mason Rudolph
huge impact on how Myles Garrett's viewed, though. I think he's viewed as a nice guy.
He still is.
Now he's viewed as a punk.
No, he's not. Get over it.
As Steelers fans, he is. Because then he lied about a bunch of stuff. And but anyways.
What did he lie about? About Mason Rudolph calling him the N-word?
That's basically what he implied.
That's true.
No, it's not.
He didn't imply it. He said it.
He
There's
basically,
an interview where he goes, he called me the N-word.
yeah, like no, that just
And
didn't
I think
happen.
he did. And the NFL is covering it up because they don't want to make their league seem racist. That's my big conspiracy theory. There's two things.
That is an interesting one.
There's two conspiracy theories I have around this event.
DeMar
One,
Hamlin died.
no, one
They
is
replaced him with a clone.
possibly. That's another
No.
one. No,
it's not.
around this Myles Garrett event, my two conspiracies are one, Mason Rudolph didn't call him the N-word, he called him the F-word. And Myles Garrett is secretly a closeted gay man.
Mm.
And he didn't want to. And then the NFL is like, we have recordings of him, but he's like, they sat down with him in private and they said, we
both
have
of them.
recordings of him, but no, with just Myles.
Oh, okay.
So we have recordings of him saying it, but like whatever,
everyone will
like
know.
we can put them out, but like these are what the recordings are. They showed him them, and he said, "Don't release them because I am a closeted gay man, and if I reacted like that, it would seem that way."
Hmm.
My second, and
I was gonna
then
say,
he
no
did
way,
lie.
but then you
In
said
that
that.
case, he did lie in that interview about saying that he called me the N-word, whatever.
But in the other scenario,
In my
he
other
didn't lie.
scenario, Mason Rudolph, yeah, he's not lying. And Mason Rudolph did call him the N-word. Roger Goodell doesn't want to have a bad look on the league of this country bumpkin, Mason Rudolph, coming in and being the starter for one of the, premier
Yeah,
franchises in the league, one of the most historic franchises in the league,
it would have been
using
bad.
slurs
for sure.
like that, tossing slurs around.
Certainly would have been a bad look for the league. Would have
Yeah,
caused
exactly.
controversy, but
So
I don't
that,
think
that
they.
was kind of the thing. Like, which is a worse look for the league? A black man hitting a white guy with a helmet and making, that group of people look one way,
Uh-huh.
or making our group of people look another way by using racial slurs.
Hmm.
Then the NFL gets canceled.
I still don't think anything happened. I don't think Mason Rudolph said anything.
I don't know about that.
He kicked him.
had to
He
say
kicked-
something.
He kicked him.
Mason Rudolph kicked him?
Yeah,
In that play?
yeah. They were like fighting. Mason Rudolph kicked him. Like if someone's kicking me after the whistle, like probably gonna go bonkers mode.
Yeah, from a kick?
Maybe I don't
don't
know.
know. I think
like
that
I watch
there's a
football.
cover-up. Of all of the NFL films and mic'd up moments and everything that they have, they got those big bubbles on the sideline to get the audio. You're saying no one had a recording
Exactly.
of Mason Rudolph saying it? I
Yeah,
think they covered
exactly.
it up.
No.
That's
The-
my new conspiracy
I'll say the
theory.
thing with-
You can only get conspiracy theories like that right here on Behind Enemy Lines, and I don't care what you're saying. We're throwing a break so we can't get your point in. Stick with us through the break.
What's the difference between the shirt you're currently wearing and the one that I am? Well, both do their job of concealing us from the outside world and social boundaries. But one little black swoosh makes yours cost nearly double. That red rectangle may not change how warm you are, but it certainly changes the price tag. The truth is, nobody cares about the details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com. Have a laugh at the big brand clothing company's expense with shirts that simply say sports team, political statement, music band, and more. A shirt for any occasion and the perfect gift. GenericClothes.com.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines. We were proudly brought to you by our friends at Synergy Music Studio. Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio offers a diverse array of musical services, specifically crafted to meet their clients' needs. Go to SynergyMusicStudio.com to have your music sounded nice, that professional sounding stuff.
That's right. We love Synergy Music Studio.
We love them.
If you go on WSRR's Instagram account, you'll hear a little bit of us hyping up Synergy Music Studio if you weren't listening to a couple episodes ago, but we love them.
We do. But make sure you follow WSRR on Instagram.
Yeah,
Make
little
sure
plug
you
for the gram.
go to their YouTube and subscribe because there's some clips you might even see on there.
Yeah, we got
some of the
clips
best
on
of
there.
moments of this fine program.
Yeah, and a couple other. There's some other WSRR exclusives on there.
That's
too.
right.
So
Can't
look
forget
out
about
for all
that.
that, but especially on Instagram, we got some good content going out on there. So give that a follow. Dom, I got a question for you. I was in Naples this last weekend. I was in Florida, and
Rate them up.
great, yeah, hitting the K bar. And girls be throwing up, huh?
Yeah.
I just like I don't know if this is my fiance specific, but I feel like girls just be throwing up. Like that's like kind of the answer to everything for them, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be thrown up.
Are you a throw upper? Are you are you a puker? A
Thrower
vomiter?
upper? Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Not like with like if I drink. Yeah. Most of the time.
I wasn't even talking about drinking.
Just talking about like getting sick.
Yeah, like they just be sick.
I mean, it definitely happens to me less now than as a kid. I think that's crazy.
Really?
Like when you're a kid, you just puke.
I feel like when I was really young, I had a puking stage, but not really as I grew up. Now I'm like an anti-puker.
I don't like
couldn't
it.
tell you that I haven't puked in years. I don't even know when the last
That's
time I
good.
puked was. I'm like Jerry Seinfeld.
I mean, if I drink, I don't drink much, and I think a big reason I don't drink is because it makes me feel like crap. And I don't even, it's not because I like binge drinking. I just feel like miserable.
Yeah.
Like, why did I just drink 8 sodas? I guess that is binge drinking, but that's beside the point.
Sodas or what?
Like they're like carbonated drinks though, like beers.
Yeah.
Like I just drank 6 carbonated beverages. No wonder my
Yeah.
stomach feels.
No,
like
that's
it's gonna
how I always
explode.
feel after drinking a lot of beer too.
So yeah, most of the time.
But we weren't even
it's
drinking
bad.
a lot. Like my fiance, she was like, "Yeah, I just felt like something at dinner. Like I just have to throw up."
Really?
And you throw up. Do you get like some people get that where their stomach is so weak?
I mean, I try to
Can't
like
handle
push
this.
it through a lot. I get nauseous. I'm like, I probably could puke.
When you do drink, does puking make you feel better, or are you done after that?
Very rarely will I drink after puking.
I think there's two.
That's probably
Types of
that happened in
people?
college. No, I don't. That's never happened after.
I think there's
college.
two types of people. Not even drinking, like just in general, but also when they're drinking. There's two types of people. One, like puking makes them feel better.
Yeah,
Like after it, they're like, "Oh, that was a
it
relief."
definitely
that I
makes me
got
feel
that."
better.
I've very, very few times in my life have I ever felt like puking made me feel better.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Once it's inside me, it's only coming out one way. It's not coming back. We're not doing a retrack in the factory system. It's everything
Well,
runs
sometimes
smoothly.
you don't have a choice.
In this body, everything's running smoothly. It goes one direction.
You never
It's not
had
coming
diarrhea
back.
before?
Nothing reverse it. Yeah, well, I've had
That doesn't sound
diarrhea.
smooth.
I've had diarrhea, but
Let me tell you.
it goes the same way.
Let me tell you something. I like most of the time my bowel, things are working normally as they should.
That's good for a man your age.
But the other week, I was like, my stomach was killing me right before bed. I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Hopefully, like when I wake up tomorrow, it's not hurting. Well, next
Shit
thing
the
I
bed?
know, no. Next thing I know, I wake up at 2:30 in the morning, and my stomach it feels like there's a lighter, like a match lit inside of it.
Holy hell!
And I had to go to the
A
bathroom.
middle of the night visit
Yeah.
to the John.
Yeah, and I was like in
Visit
there
to
for
the
a
toilet?
while, like 30 minutes. It was like pissing out my butt.
Were you gripping the bottom of the bowl?
It wasn't like that. It was like a relief though. That's what I'm trying to say. It's
Yeah.
like puking. It's like that. It's like
that-
all right, it's out.
Sometimes that has a relief.
Now I can go back to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I felt like nothing had happened, but I blame it on Jimmy John's. I think I got food poisoning.
What'd you get from JJ's?
Little Italian sub.
Oh,
They gave me some bad meat. I think.
Italian. You got to get it if you're gonna get an Italian. You got to go to DeBella's.
Listen, actually, DeBella's could have been an option.
DeBella's is good.
Their
DeBella's
bread
is
is
an
too hard.
underrated sub.
The bread is too hard.
I do think their bread to meat ratio is a bit off, just because their bread is so. I feel like their bread's a little too thick.
Jersey Mike's is number one. We got a few
JM's.
minutes left here. I had this conversation with my friends the other day. I think it's an interesting one. What's the top 5 like chain restaurants, like fast food type?
Restaurants
Chain.
are just sub sandwiches.
Just any type of restaurant. I gave my friends a list yesterday.
Fast casual.
I can give you my list. What you think?
Top 5 or top 10?
I did top 5.
Top 5.
I could expand into top 10 for sure. And this is in no order.
Chain fast restaurants though, not like Red Robin, Applebee's.
Well, see, that's where I got a little like, because I really wanted to include Texas Roadhouse on my list, but they didn't.
So that's what we're saying. Is it all restaurants, including fast food, or all chains, or is it just fast casual fast food?
For my list, I did pretty much fast casual.
I would say
fast
everything.
food.
Let's give a top 5 of everything Chipotle and below.
Yeah, so like I'll give you my top 5. I had Chipotle number 1.
Uh-huh.
I do think it's fallen off a good bit, but it's still reliable. You still get great portions, still a decent deal. Number 2, Jersey Mike's. They'd be slicing the meat right.
I've got no qualms with what you've put out so far.
The third one is where you might get lost on McDonald's. Big Mac is so reliable anywhere you go in the world.
Really?
A Big Mac is the exact same.
I will say, yeah, it's reliable. And anytime I drive by the Golden Arches, I think about getting a McDouble. I think everyone's got their own item to a McDonald's where they're like, that one
exactly.
If I get a McDouble, like I'm in heaven for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I will say.
You might
Almost every
feel
time.
bad afterwards, but it's reliable. It's cheap. So I had to.
That's
include
why I
it.
like a McDouble though. After it, I don't feel bad. After it, I
It's a
go
perfect serving.
I could have had another,
Yeah,
but I don't. That's where
good.
that's
Can be a little snack sometimes.
yes.
Number 4, and this is where I get a little new school on the fellas. Wingstop. This isn't
I
your
had Wingstop
traditional.
in Florida.
Wingstop's real good.
Some lemon pepper steppers.
Yep.
Some Korean barbecue.
I like the
some
hot.
honey.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that was really good.
Wingstop's really good. And then number 5, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Again,
This
super
is a
reliable.
really good list.
Super reliable.
This is a really good list. Now,
Now I'm gonna add 2
now
more here.
are these the 5? These are just top 5. These aren't like
Doesn't
yes.
seem like I don't know.
These aren't
I
like-
can't give a real order.
I was thinking
Tough.
if you're gonna do 5 that like I can only go to these 5 the rest of my life, that's a different list. But top 5 in terms of quality, I think that's really good.
Yeah, just knowing what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Just old reliability. I'd expand Domino's Pizza. Great.
No, you lost me.
Really?
I don't. Maybe it's because I'm so Italian and you're not Italian enough, apparently.
Well,
But-
I still love a
No,
good
I'm just
pie,
joking.
but
If I'm gonna get pizza, I'm getting it from a local place. Like I refuse to get chain pizza.
sometimes the local places are dumps though, and it's not even ran by it's not even like an old school recipe.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still think that's better in a lot of times.
I listen. I love a great authentic pie, but Domino's is so good. It used to be garbage, but around 10, maybe 15 years ago, they changed that recipe, and ever since then, they got the best fast food pie in the game.
We were always a Pizza Hut household, to be
Yeah,
honest.
never really loved Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut is a very specific garlicky or buttery crust.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too
Uh-huh.
much, maybe. It's a little thicker than Domino's.
Yeah.
it's-
Domino's sounds great right now. I could eat a whole pie of Domino's.
I haven't. Yeah, see, like I could see
Like, what do you
myself
think
eating
is
a
better?
whole pie of Domino's. I couldn't eat a whole Pizza Hut.
This is getting too local, but what do you think is better, Domino's or Milano's Pizza
Milano's.
near
I'll take
Duquesne
Milano's
University?
every time. I don't care.
Well,
A
you're
lot
wrong.
of people shit on Milano's. I'm a Milano's.
If you're
fan
just
till
getting
I
a
die.
cheese pizza or pepper,
Milano's.
let's say a pepperoni pizza.
Yes, I would go Milano's. I
Yeah.
support local business.
Nah,
What's your
you're-
7 that you're gonna say?
Raising Cane's I like a lot. Mostly the sauce. The bread is really good.
Yep, sauce bread, and I think that people underrate the crispiness of those tenders. I think they do a good job on the fryers.
The tenders are pretty good. The
Some
fries
people
are not
trying to
great.
be like, it's kids' food. It's just chicken tenders. It's like,
I-
yeah, but they do it well.
I'll round out my list. Five Guys and Shake Shack,
Oh,
both great. That's 8 and 9, and then 10. I mean,
2 seconds.
10. Oh
3,
boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
2,
We're gonna go.
1.
We're gonna let the viewers decide.
Give us your number 10.
Let us know in the
Top
comments on the
quality,
YouTube video, the audio,
fast-ish food spots
not Wendy's.
on the WSRR Instagram page. This has been Behind Enemy Lines. Thank you guys for joining us on WSRR Radio. Have a great weekend.
Number 10, Taco Bell.
The preceding program was a sponsored production. The views, claims, and ideas expressed may not represent those of WSRR Radio.